Hey everyone, it's Mojax here in the DJcity UK lab, and today I want to talk to you about knobs. Now, as a British person in particular, there is a certain double meaning to that word which we tend to find quite amusing, but I'm going to skip over that for the purpose of this video. I want to talk to you about customizing your DJ kit. Now, I'm really into that myself. You might think it's totally whack, and that's cool if you do, because aesthetics and style is an intensely personal thing, but I'm into stickers, skins, custom paint jobs, and different colored knobs and faders. I'm just really into it. There are certain practical performance reasons why you might want to upgrade your knobs and faders as well, but we'll get to that later. First of all, I need to give props to DJ's Face. You might not have heard of them, but they were a small company that came out with a range of DJ specific knobs and faders. Obviously forever you've been able to buy different kind of knobs and faders for your equipment, but they had the DJ specific range in the bright colors. They were unfortunately quite hard plastic and they were pretty sharp edged, so they didn't really take off. But now we've got three competitors on the market with different ranges, which has sort of taken that idea and run with it. First of all, we've got Reloop. Now the German company have got a range in 5 different colors, and they do knobs and faders, fader caps. The packs come as a pack of 8 knobs or 5 fader caps. Each pack is $15 or thereabouts, so it work out very nicely if you're in Europe in particular, because there'll be very little shipping involved. They are a European company, all the others here are US companies. They're quite plasticky kind of feel. They don't really feel very soft, although they are apparently rubberized, but they do feel pretty plasticky, but they're a good shape in terms of the knobs in particular, and the fader caps I really love the shape of more than anything else here. They're much more like the Pioneer fader caps, which I'm most used to, and that harder plastic works really well on fader caps because they're nice and slippy for running your fingers across, especially for scratching. The problem with the Reloop caps is they don't really fit much at all. They'll fit all your Reloop kit, but the thing with all of these is that most DJ equipment that has these 6mm D-shaped pots in there. So you've got a circular pot with one side cut off to make a D shape, and that's what locks it into place. With the Reloop ones, the flat section of the D is always at the bottom, so they won't fit, for example, on this Pioneer mixer, because if you put them on here, then that's 0 and that's going to be off at 90 degrees. They are fine on the Rain mixers and everything else, a lot of other things, but they won't fit again on the Native Instruments stuff. This X1, for example, they sit very high on there. It's just a very limited range of what they do. They don't have a lot in the range. So if you aren't a Reloop owner in terms of your equipment, you probably will want to look at something else. But if you are, they're a good value option, great fader caps and worth looking at. The next range we're going to look at is the Chroma caps from DJ Tech Tools. These have been around for quite a while now. I've got tons of these. They are very rubbery sort of feel, kind of squishy. These are the regular super knobs and they are just a great feel. They're a good size, nice positive feeling to them, nice and comfortable to use. They do shorter fatty knobs as well, encoders as well, and they've got the fader caps. The fader caps are a little bit loose on Pioneer mixers, but they fit really well on the Rain mixers. The actual encoders will fit on most things pretty well. The shorter ones like these, the actual fatty knobs and encoders are a bit short to fit on many things, but if they do fit on there, they're a great feel, especially for filters and stuff like that. And obviously with the site itself being so linked to Native Instruments and Traktor, they do fit on all the Native Instruments stuff really, really nicely. The limitation is they have one color, which is the glow in the dark, which is hard plastic. Everything else is rubber. So the fader caps are rubbery finish, not great for scratching. They're okay for mixing, but not great for scratching. The other limitation is the actual availability that they've got. So they do regular orientation in terms of the D shape, but they also do 90 degree for Pioneer, so they'll fit on the Pioneer mixers okay. They've got quite a lot of colors there, but yeah, that's it. So if you've got a mixer that has the flat section at the top, for example, they're not going to work, or on the other 90 degree axis, it's not going to work. So just a bit more limited. They have said to me they are bringing out a bigger range of stuff quite soon, but I've got to judge on what's available today. And as of today, if you really need massive compatibility, then you'll want to look at the cooler caps. And these are the new kids on the block. They have got a massive range. So you've got fader caps, both in the hard plastic and the rubber in all the colors. So you've got the choice there. All of the knobs and faders have either the choice of a black core or UV reactive white core. and you can choose that for any of them. You've got regular knobs, you've got smaller knobs, you've got the fat encoders, you've got the thin encoders, which will go onto more pots. You've got the tiny little knobs there for your mics and so on. So many choices, all of them available in all those different colors. They're all UV reactive pretty much as well. So from that point of view, just a massive, massive range. They've even got little touches like, for example, these little inserts that will go into the knobs for Pioneer mixers to make them sit just at the right height, so they're just above the faceplate. Really nice touch. They've got little inserts for your fader caps as well. So if you've got tiny little stems on your faders, this will make them a nice tight fit. Really, really massive range of stuff. And as you can see from what they've sent me for review here, there's just so many different options available. The other thing they've thought of, which nobody else has brought out before, is the knob lifter tool that they've got, which is just basically a little plastic tool. It's patent pending, and this will let you slide in underneath the knob and just using even pressure on both sides, raise it up and lift it off. So even if it's really stuck on there hard, you're going to be able to get it off, hopefully without damaging your equipment. And that's one thing with all of these, you have to be careful. You can't use like a, wedge your key in there or something, and because you're going to dent your mixer, you're going to scratch your mixer, you're going to bend the pots. You've got to be careful when swapping these on and off. And so even if you're going to mostly buy Chroma caps or a set of Reloops, I would definitely recommend that everyone get on board with this knob lifter tool. It's really, really superb. Pick up a couple of those, and if you buy enough of the cooler caps, you get a free one in there as well. Just a great innovation, really makes a big difference. The only criticism I've got of these is that the actual size of the regular knobs is a little bit small for my taste. I've got quite big hands, and I find the Chroma caps a little bit more comfortable in terms of the size, but swings and roundabouts, of course, the cooler caps being that bit smaller, if you've got a very compact controller or mixer, it's going to give you a bit more space in between each of those knobs to work with. So that could be a real practical bonus for you. And that's one of the things with getting these. It's not just about color. Obviously they do make the controls much more visible on a dark colored mixer, but also it could be better in terms of ergonomics for your particular shape of hand and how you work and so on. So definitely worth investigating all three of these. The Chroma caps and the cooler caps are about $3 each for each knob or fader, and if you buy quantities, they get down to about $2 each. So, we're talking about not a massive investment to completely pimp up your mixer or your controller, whatever it is. And it just means you can set your gear apart a bit. You might be able to improve the actual functionality of it. And I just think it's a bit of fun. And I think DJing should always be about fun at the end of the day. It shouldn't just be about work. It's got to be something that just gives you a bit of fun. Otherwise, what's the point? So thank you for watching today. Please do make sure you subscribe to DJcity TV for all our future tips, tricks, and reviews. I'll see you soon.